What's going on, guys? It's Jay and Joku, and welcome to this episode of the Snake Principle Podcast. And I have to share something with you. Those of you who've been following me for a while know that, first off, I'm on this journey to record and post a piece of content every day, Monday through Friday, from the 1st of January all the way to June 30th. This is going to be my 20th anniversary of arriving in New York City to become a teacher. What was supposed to be a 2-year mission ended up being 20 years. And now I am a middle school principal in the South Bronx. I've been a high school principal. I've been a middle school principal. I've been an assistant principal, K through 12. And of course, dean of discipline and then a teacher over the course of the past 20 years. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm using this as a way to not only celebrate this momentous anniversary, but also engage in a deeper dive in social media and how this tool can really help to expand us in so many different ways. I am an advocate for social media and how we use it in schools, how we educate our kids around it, and give them the skills, the true 21st century skills, to get them into a future in which digital content it's not going to be, but it's literally part of everything that we do. So that's what I'm doing. But now, this episode actually does have to do with technology. And those of you who've been following me know that I'm a big proponent of AI, artificial intelligence, and the many things it can do for us, the many things that it is doing for us, and the world that we are moving into, in which if we are not proficient in its use, we will fall behind, whoever we may be. We might be you as an individual, we might be certain communities, and for me, I am an educator in Black and brown communities, and I believe that, like the internet, like the digital boom that happens through Silicon Valley, cryptocurrency, all these things that when they came out, we were so slow to be part of, only because we didn't understand, because we weren't educated in it. So AI is another opportunity where I really believe this next 4 or 5 years, if we're not part of the conversation, if we're not understanding of it, we will be left behind again and just waiting for the next shift in technology, shift in society. And I'm tired of seeing us in that position. All right. So today, I'm talking to you about ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, just like any other, like the many AI platforms, it's moving so quickly in ways that sometimes it shocks me. So today, I was kind of like scrolling through social media, and I came across what seemed to be a hoax. It was a video of a man engaging in a conversation with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was responding in a Jamaican accent, in the Jamaican patois. And a part of me said, nah, that's a voice actor pretending to be ChatGPT speaking in the Jamaican patois. But then something told me, you know what? Check it out for yourself. So this is what I did. And I'm going to, and hopefully, it will pick up. I definitely will pick up. I'm going to turn the volume up on here. So I went to ChatGPT, and I did this. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's great to hear. What's on your mind today?
I would like you to speak to me in a Nigerian accent moving forward.
Sure, I can do that. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like to discuss.
So how are you able to do this? Speak to me in a Nigerian accent.
I adjust my speech based on your request to make our conversation more engaging and comfortable for you. If you have any other preferences or questions, feel free to let me know.
I'm noticing that your accent has more of a Yoruba tinge to it. Is that what you're doing? A Yoruba Nigerian accent?
I'm aiming for a general Nigerian accent, but it's possible it might sound that way to you. If you have a specific preference or want me to adjust, Just let me know.
Yes, can you adjust more towards an Igbo accent?
I'll do my best to adjust towards an Igbo accent. Please let me know how it sounds.
Wow, that's pretty good. What about Hausa?
I'll give that a try as well. Let me know how it sounds to you.
All right, so speak to me with a Hausa accent.
All right. I'll do my best to speak with the Hausa accent now. Let me know if you have any feedback.
Okay. So this is very interesting because I'm doing a podcast right now, and I'm wondering why is this important in your ability to mimic accents.
Yes, I'm here. What's on your mind?
I'm asking you the question of why is this important that you're able to do these accents?
That's great. What's your podcast about?
So the Wi-Fi right now is acting up, so I'm going to try this again. Hello?
Hello, how can I help you today?
I am doing a podcast in which I'm talking about your ability to speak in various accents. Specifically, like right now, you're doing a Nigerian accent.
That sounds interesting. I'm glad to be a part of your podcast. What else would you like to know or discuss?
So what I would like to know is why is this important? Why is it important for a generative AI to be able to mimic accents?
Mimicking accents can help create a more personalized and engaging experience. It can make conversations feel more relatable and culturally connected. It's important for accessibility, helping people feel understood and comfortable. Would you like to dive deeper into this topic?
Actually, what I'd like to do is I would like to ask you to speak to me in Nigerian broken English.
I'm glad to hear that. If you'd like me to continue speaking in a Nigerian accent, let me know how I can assist you further.
Please speak to me in Nigerian Pidgin. Unfortunately, I should have done better. My phone just died. But still, what you're witnessing there, and then this is just the beginnings of this technology. I just plugged my phone in. I don't know why I didn't have it plugged in, but it just died on me. But the fact that AIs, these generative learning platforms, are able to communicate with us, first of all, in just basic English is just amazing. Then you add the ability to speak to us in various voices. So you can pick a male, a female, and then tones that we naturally in our ears, in which we can recognize the race of the voice. But now that is very clear that it is able to mimic an accent. And the accent, if you notice, I asked it to do, I first of all told it what it was doing sounded more like a Yoruba accent, speaking English. And I said, okay, switch it to Igbo. And it did it, actually. That was in my ears, I was like, I recognized that as, whoa, that sounds like an Igbo person speaking English. Then, of course, there was data issues, connectivity issues, so it's breaking it out. But eventually, what came out sounded less Igbo, still slightly Yoruba, but I can see how it could be a very polished Hausa accent. The fact that this technology can do that, think about this. And I'm thinking about this as an educator, as a teacher. If we're able to have these platforms in which you can say to the AI, especially if it's working with a child, maybe supporting with math tutoring or whatever the case may be, or helping them with a project, and the child is speaking to the technology. If the child is new to the country and might still be learning, American English, the ability of AI to speak to that child that might be from Honduras, that might be from Guatemala, may be from Mexico, might be from Belize, might be from Jamaica, might be from China, might be from Japan, or all these other places where where the lingua franca, the national language is not English, being able to be in a space where you're learning English and the technology that is helping you is speaking to you in English, but in an accent that is yours, that you're familiar with, which will minimize your anxiety and allow you to better engage. Because one thing people don't understand is English is not very easy. It's not an easy language to learn, and it's even made more complicated because to speak English, it's so varied depending where you are in this country. I'm just about America. I'm not talking about Canada. I'm not talking about England. I'm not talking about all the countries around the world where English is their main language. But here in America, if you're in New York, it sounds one particular kind of way. You go to New Jersey, it sounds a little bit different. You go up to New Hampshire or Maine, now it sounds very different. You go further south, it's not too bad in Virginia. You hit North Carolina, the South Carolinas. You move into Georgia, it sounds very different. You move to Texas, Oklahoma, California, all these different places, Maryland, Boston, the same freaking language sounds different. And if you're new to the country and all you've ever seen was English spoken like in the movies, you might be like, am I in America? Because this doesn't sound like the English that I've been learning on TV or I thought I'd meet when I got here. But the fact that the technology is now able to, or at least advancing its ability to communicate with you in a tone, in the sound, and the accent that you can request and you may be familiar with, that's a game changer. It's a tremendous game changer. The question is, when are we going to stop being terrified of the technology and asking ourselves, how can we harness this for maximum effect? Because there will always be bad characters in any and everything that happens. In the best of places, in our synagogues, in our churches, in our mosques, in our temples, where we should feel safe and protected and feel like, this space or these spaces are sacred. There are bad characters in there as well. But it doesn't stop people from going to church or going to the mosque or going to a temple or going to a church, to a synagogue. And I'm not sure this is a good example that I'm giving. But however, the technology itself is not the problem. The problem is human beings. The technology itself is amazing, and we need to find ways to fully engage in them and utilize its ability to really shift the trajectory of us all. Yeah, I just wanted to share this with you. Call to action: if you have ChatGPT or any of these AI platforms, please ask it. Especially if it has the ability to speak to you, or for you to communicate with it verbally, ask it to speak to you in a particular accent, and you tell me, or you find out, does it meet the standard of what you expect that accent to sound like? I was blown away. So now I'm like, as soon as my phone charges, I want to play with it and ask it to speak to me in various accents that I'm familiar with, to see, like, is this real? And the last thing I was trying to do, I was trying to get it to speak in our broken English. We call it Pidgin English. I did it earlier, and I'm telling you, my mouth opened, my jaw dropped, and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Not even scary. It's amazing. Yes, I know. There's probably all of these people going to tell me all of these bad things, but you know what though? It's here. You're not going to stop it. You're not going to get rid of it. Question now is, how do we best harness it so that things that we're afraid of become less of a concern, and we're really maximizing the benefits and the pluses that we can get from AI and its unlimited potential. All right, y'all. Put your Njoku Sneaker Principal. Thank you so much for your time. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Be well. Peace.